Oh, it's rewind time. If this video doesn't put us on the naughty list, I don't know what will. Hello players, come on in. Merry Christmas. Put your Christmas pants on and then take them off while you watch this. If you've had too much to drink or inhale, there's space on the floor to collapse. I am your Christmas tech jester, Buzz Stringer, with a full sack of favourite tech and YouTube news stories from this year. Do comment as soon as thoughts enter your mind, even if they aren't fully formed yet. Most of mine aren't. And if you can't think of anything to say, then the safe words are full sack. You can comment with those. Okay, we'll start with the biggest YouTuber of all time, Mr. Beast. Huge controversy this year as he opened up a Mr. Beast theme park in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia! I know. Apparently the rides and experiences are based on challenges from his videos, but it's in Saudi Arabia, so they had to make a few adjustments. Like, one of the challenges is to dress as an unaccompanied woman and see how long it takes to get arrested. YouTube cares. Okay, so there's also Tweet and Flee, where players must post a mildly critical tweet about the Crown Prince and then sprint across the park like their VPN depends on it. The tweet could be something radical, like, maybe we shouldn't execute people for having opinions. There's the Labour Games, where you're a migrant worker trying to build 3 rides before dying of heat exhaustion or getting your passport confiscated. There's no prize for that one, but your family might get your body shipped home to them in a box. Or how about Stay Straight, Stay Alive, where if you're gay, you have to act straight for the entire theme park visit. And there's kiss cam footage at the end, which will be reviewed by a security guard at the exit. If you fail, you don't exit. And finally, there's the Shahara Splash Zone. It's like a water park, except instead of getting wet, you just slowly lose your basic civil liberties and human rights. If you want to go, it closes on the 27th of December, so you've probably missed it already, which I think is for the best. Yeah, no, there has been a lot of investment in American companies from Saudi Arabia recently. And Saudi Arabia and America are both very different, of course. One country has a crazy, hard dictatorship, arresting and punishing its citizens for no reason, and the other one's Saudi Arabia. YouTube cares. Speaking of YouTubers with bad ideas, next up is Marques Brownlee, MKBHD, tech YouTuber, camera god, and man who could do no wrong, apparently, and until he tried to charge people $50 a year for wallpapers. Yes, JPEGs for money, on purpose. The app was called Panels and it promised high-res premium lock screens and wallpapers, the kind that Marques uses while reviewing phones. And those videos got the comments saying, well, where do you get your wallpapers? And Marques thought, capitalism, yeah. Now, to be fair, he did partner with artists and the app hit #1 on the App Store for about 17 minutes. And then people remembered you could just Google cool wallpaper and get a galaxy full of them with $0. After launching in 2024, Panels limped through the year with under 1 million downloads and about $95,000 in revenue, and ended with $500 last month. That's not a typo. That won't even pay for storage upgrade on a MacBook or fund my edible underwear addiction. So Panels is shutting down on December 31st. Marques posted an unlisted apology video saying, "We made mistakes." Yeah, the first mistake was making a $50 app for wallpapers. It was all downhill from there. Now, if Marques actually conducted some real market research, he would probably have learnt that this wouldn't work. But MKBHD doesn't learn lessons. We know that from all his speeding tickets. Maybe he should have spent a little bit longer in that school zone. But refunds are coming and the code is going open source. I don't really know what there is to open source, it's a JPEG browser. But he said you can try and make your own wallpaper app if you want. Now yeah, look, a tech-savvy 20 million subscriber YouTuber god person couldn't make it work, so why don't you give it a try? Please don't. And of course, all user data will be deleted. Just like his dream. I look forward to your comments. Next, Windows 10 went end of life on October 14th due to Microsoft's corporate greed. Now, 10 was worse than 7, but miles better than 11. Windows 11 updates have been a bit horrible. It's like they put Boeing in charge of quality control. Everything just crashes. Now, I look forward to your comments. There's been start menu, taskbar and file explorer issues, SSD failures, data corruption, disruption to mouse and keyboard functionality. Dexter makes less mess than Microsoft. But you know what really says Christmas? Family, kindness, hot chocolate, and mass job displacement via AI. Coca-Cola, the brand that literally invented modern Santa Claus, now wants to replace him with a PNG for Midjourney. This is the second year in a row they have dropped an AI-generated Christmas ad, proudly saying that they used even fewer people to make it. The genie is out of the bottle, they said, and you're not going to put it back in. Oh, you mean the apocalypse genie? Cool. Glad that we've just accepted the fact that AI is now a subscription to an AI that ate the corpse of Don Draper and shit out a red truck with glowing eyes. Yeah, nothing like the real thing. And then there's McDonald's in the Netherlands who said, you know what Christmas needs? AI sludge, no actors, and 7 weeks of sleepless editing hell. They released an AI ad called The Most Terrible Time of the Year. Yeah, no shit, they made it that way. Viewers called it creepy, soulless, and worse than a frozen fillet-o-fish. It got pulled faster than Ronald McDonald's pants at a HR meeting. Now, don't worry, they've learned a valuable lesson. Yeah, the lesson is that AI can't replace heart, or basic facial symmetry, or a functioning script, or a competent host. Actually, it might do a better job than me. It is amazing. You've got billion-dollar companies making Christmas ads that look like they were generated by a haunted Etch-a-Sketch, trained on Tumblr posts and rejected Fiverr gigs. And the worst part is they're not even new. They're remakes of old stuff. AI isn't creating the future, it's deep-throating the past and vomiting it back out at us in 4K. Happy holidays! But you may be thinking, where is the best place to watch these ads? Well, that would be on your $3,000 Samsung smart fridge, of course. This year, Samsung turned their smart fridges into a Times Square billboard for your kitchen. There's no off switch, no refund, just a pop-up next to your leftovers and break-up ice cream. Mine's Haagen-Dazs. Great, so now my fridge nags me about ads, my oven judges my body, and the microwave just unsubscribed from my OnlyFans. That was the only one. Just a heads up, if you have purchased Samsung products for Christmas, most places have extended return windows until the end of January. Just saying. Let's warm up from the cold a bit, and what better way to do that when Nvidia's toasty RTX 50 series? They're still catching on fire. They're getting so hot and melty that Jensen had to take off his jacket, and I had to take off my pants. That's a lie. They were already off. But that's okay, because nobody can afford PC parts anymore anyway. Prices are skyrocketing across the board for storage, RAM, which is, DDR5, DDR6, LP, DDR. It's all climbing. It's all because AI is snorting up RAM like Musk does with Coke at a Silicon Valley after party. High bandwidth memory is the new hotness, and every wafer going into AI servers is one less going into your broke-ass gaming rig. Meanwhile, Samsung is turning their fabs into server memory sweatshops, and they're not even pretending to care about the consumer market. You're not strategic, you're collateral. And this is all because 3 companies, which is Samsung, SC Hynix, and Micron, control 90% of global DRAM. Even DDR3 is going up in price. DDR3! Yeah, that's old. So sometimes it's exciting when things go up, but now is not the time. So we might just have to wait. And keep waiting again, because this year we got the news that GTA 6 had been delayed again. Apparently it takes longer to finish a game when you're busy firing employees for daring to talk about unions. Yeah, Rockstar canned 31 staff after discovering that they were in a private Discord server talking about organising. Like it's 1923 and they were just caught whispering labour rights next to a coal mine. The UK Parliament actually dragged Rockstar over this. MPs showed up to their offices and Rockstar tried to make them sign an NDA just to enter the building. Well, what's next? Frisking the Prime Minister for wiretaps just in case he whispers private healthcare? Yeah, and while all this is happening, GTA 6 is being pushed to November 2026. Which means that you now have to wait 2 years to reflect on the fact that Rockstar is making a game about crime, corruption, and betrayal, while literally committing all 3 in The Office. Okay, but it's Christmas time. There must have been some good news this year, right? Well, there is. The EU might actually legally stop companies from yeeting digital purchases into the oblivion. The Stop Killing Games petition, a movement demanding that game companies stop treating online titles like disposable tampons the moment the server costs go up by €5, passed a million signatures, which means the European Commission has to look at it. Basically, the EU might soon require companies to implement a end-of-life plan before they're allowed to murder your favorite online game like it's a sick horse behind the barn. If this passes, it could set a global precedent that if you buy it, you get to keep it, not rent it until some CFO gets a boner over cost savings. So let's hope. Also, Valve announced new hardware this year and somehow didn't even mention AI once. We've got a new Steam machine, Steam frame, and even a new Steam controller, and not one of them is trying to predict your thoughts, analyze your keystrokes, or whisper sweet LLM nothings while you try to look at Baldur's Gate boobs in peace. In 2025, not putting AI into your product is probably the boldest design decision that you can make. Valve is going to actually release something physical that isn't a trading card or a Dota 2 hat. And better yet, it doesn't suck. Early hands-on say that these devices are good. The new Steam machine is a compact living room PC with real specs, sort of. Not like the original Steam machines that were basically overpriced shoeboxes filled with lukewarm GPU farts. And the Steam controller is back. The last one died too soon, except now it might actually work like a real controller and not some experimental alien sex toy for your thumbs. I don't know what the Steam frame is supposed to do, but I want it. And I don't care if it just shows screenshots of Gabe Newell in a sauna. I'm buying, well, it's worth it for that alone, I suppose. It's from Valve, it's real, and it's not another subscription service. More of this, Gabe. Less of whatever Artifact was. Okay, so that's my roundup of some of my favourite stories from the year. Let me know what yours are in the comments. I do read them all, and thank you for watching, and I hope this was able to spread some cheer or fear. Either way, I'm happy. Anyway, Merry Christmas, or insert your religion here. Stay sexy and be excellent to each other. I'm going to give up drinking on January 1st. It's much better for your health, and it's only one day a year.